Hello everybody, it's Ashwin Rao, and this is a Antonio Meccariello unboxing of a shoe that I had commissioned via his MTO range. Comes in a beautiful Aurum box. Aurum is his highest level of fit and finishing. So I provided him with my size, and he asked for a number of different sizes from me in his own different lasts as well. So there's the wrapping here. Antonio always does a really nice job with his shoe protection. And now we have his shoes. So I'm gonna put these shoes down so we can do the unboxing. I can tell this is the left pair and this is the right pair. So the shoes have been removed from the box now, and we're here to unbag each of these shoes. And I have not peeked, so I'm super excited to share the experience with all of you. Of this Antonio Meccariello made-to-order pair, this is his Fabiana. Oh, look at that, beautiful, beautiful. His Fabiana model, which is not in his typical ready-to-wear line, is a 3-eyelet derby. You can see the 3 eyelets here. I added this very unique apron, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. The original Fabiana model had no apron, it had a plain toe, so it's a 3-eyelet derby. And really, this is a shoe made of 2 pieces of leather. So the first piece of leather is the upper that includes the toe box and the vamp here. And then the second piece of leather is the side paneling that wraps around. There's a seamless heel, and you can see that right there. So that's essentially this entire side paneling and back heel is a panel of leather. And so 2 panels of leather that make the upper. I chose to make this shoe in a peccary leather, and I chose his Noche patina, which is his kind of dark brown chestnut patina. It's not as dark as his Cafe Tostado, but it is a very dark and beautifully executed patina with a slight darkening of the toe, like a burnished toe, and then a lightening along the vamp here. So what you're seeing here is a beautiful triple row Norwegian stitching. So this is basically 3 rows of stitching done, or triple weave, to create a chain stitch pattern around the edge of one side of this hand sewn apron. And what's even cooler is that on the other side, you see the same type of stitch. So basically on either side of this apron is this triple row Norwegian stitch. So you can see that. You can see this beautiful contrast stitching that he's done with just a slight bit of coloring on that stitch. We initially talked about whether or not to hide the stitching in the patina or to bring it out. I like the way that we did this in terms of bringing this out, because I wanted to be able to highlight and showcase the apron, and while it makes the shoe a little bit more of a casual look, it allows the apron to really pop and be a talking point. The shoes, as you can see, come with shoe trees, and you can see a little bit of that contrast stitching done along the edge of that facing here, as well as along the side paneling here. Single row of stitching around the collar of the shoe here, you can see that. No piping along the edge of the collar. One of the things I love about Antonio's heel blocks is the step off that he has between the block as well as the waist. And if we get to this waist, we talk a little bit about this beautifully tapered edge to the waist here, as well as a slightly beveled, maybe gentle fiddleback waist that you can see here. And then I asked him to apply a rubber toppy to provide all-weather use, as well as a toe plate to protect the front of the shoe. And then you see the back heel rubber traction pad right here. You can see that it's a fairly subtle taper, and here is a back view of that as well. This is what he describes as a museum patina to the sole. This could have been achieved in different finishes, but I chose to make it stand out just because the shoe is a little bit more on the casual side in terms of how it looks. So key features are this double row of triple stitched Norwegian chain stitching along the apron, the contrast stitching on the upper, the peccary leather with the noce patina, the tapered heel edges, and the slightly tapered, or I should say slightly beveled waist, and the rubber toppy here. So this is built on his Aurum round chisel last, which is a Aurum last that can be customized. It's a rounded last, so you can see the rounded toe here. There you go. You can see that rounded toe. If I flip it over, you can also see how round that toe is right there. But if you look in profile, the toe has a slight chisel to it right here. So you can see that little chisel, and a round chisel is a unique shape. You can see how much character this shoe really has in its shape. Just to finish it off, I used a double leather sole here, and you can see how he's used the tapered edge to kind of blend it and make it almost more narrow looking along the edge here. You can see the shoe has a hand-stitched outsole with a very, very high stitch density. You can barely even see the stitching there, as high as the stitch density is. So I'm excited to have this one-of-a-kind shoe from Antonio Meccariello to showcase. I'm going to give you a few other views of this shoe just so you can appreciate it for its beauty. And I think that it's just a beautiful shoe, both casual yet stylish, and has a understated elegance to it.